दृष्टुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्. Dear students, I welcome all of you to the classes which we were continuing the preparation and properties of carbonyl compounds. We have discussed the nomenclature of aldehydes and ketones, the isomerism, preparation and structure of the carbonyl compounds, aldehydes and ketones. Now I'll start with the chemical properties of aldehyde and ketones, which are very important so far our class board exam concerned, so also our JEE, NET exams are concerned. Because the aldehyde, if you look to the organic compounds, it starts with alcohol, oxo-organic compounds, then comes aldehyde, then comes carboxylic acid. So it is an intermediate between alcohol and carboxylic acid. If a student takes a very good idea about these aldehyde carbonyl compounds chemical properties, it becomes very easy for him or her to do much better in HAR, board and so also the entrance exam. Now we will discuss today the chemical properties of carbonyl compounds. The compounds containing carbonyl group are called as carbonyl compound. They are aldehydes and ketones. So if you come to the aldehyde, RCHO, this is aldehyde, a general aldehyde, and a general ketone we have RCO, and the first member of the aldehyde homologous is formaldehyde. So the formaldehyde is the first member in the homologous of aldehydes and this. Now the moment we look to these carbonyl compounds, all these aldehydes and ketones, they contain one thing common in them, the carbonyl group. Both contain formaldehyde, acetal, any aldehyde and ketone, they contain a carbonyl group. Then all contain a alkyl group. Both have an alkyl group. And they differ what? In aldehyde, there is a hydrogen atom bonded to the carbonyl carbon. So this hydrogen atom is called as formyl hydrogen atom. This is called as formyl hydrogen atom or lone hydrogen atom. This is also called as lone hydrogen atom. And this hydrogen atom is very reactive. It is very reactive, and this is not there in the case of ketone. That's I am telling you a prima facie inspection of the structure of aldehyde and ketone. When we make both aldehyde and ketone, they contain a carbonyl group and both contain an alkyl group, and they differ in by a formyl hydrogen atom or a lone hydrogen atom in case of aldehyde, and there is no lone hydrogen atom, and there are two alkyl groups. Then my question comes, what are alkyl groups? An alkyl group is a electron releasing group. It is electron releasing group. What it does to the molecule? It causes plus I effect. So this alkyl group does the plus I effect upon the carbonyl carbon, and here if you go to the plus I effect is more in aldehyde, less in aldehyde, more in ketone, because we have here two alkyl groups, and so the plus I effect will be more. So almost all the reactivity of carbonyl compound is because of this carbonyl group. Now if you compare the carbonyl group and alkyl group, what is alkyl group? RH is alkane, paraffin, inactive. And what is, both are inactivity is their alkyl group. But what are carbonyl group? The carbonyl group is a reactive group, and all the properties of the carbonyl compounds will be mostly influenced by the carbonyl group. So let us see what is the carbonyl group. We have discussed while discussing the resonance. In the carbonyl group, the this carbon atom is in sp2 hybrid state. Both oxygen atom and in the carbonyl group all are in sp2 hybrid state. And this bond is a sigma bond and this bond is a pi bond. So here you have here a sigma bond and here is a pi bond. So in the carbonyl group, the carbon atom, so since they are in sp2 hybrid state, what are this? Is a trigonal hybridization. Hence all these molecules are generally coplanar molecules. And these bond angles, all these bond angles will be of 120 degree. So these are the common things we get when we look to the structure of this. So students, one thing I appeal you while discussing the organic compounds, the chemical properties of an organic compound is a linear function of its structure. Is a linear function. That y is equal to mx that you have read in the coordinate geometry is an equation for straight line. If y is your chemical properties and your x is the structure and m is the slope, that will addition, that m extra part will be changing, but directly it is a function of the chemical properties, they are a function of their structure. If you make an analysis of the structure of aldehydes and ketones, it will give you a very good understanding of the properties. Now let's come to the carbonyl group, which is common to them. What is carbonyl group? In the carbonyl carbon, the carbon atom is an sp2 hybrid state and oxygen atom is an sp2 hybrid state, bonded to each other by a sigma and a pi bond, and all these bond angles are 120 degree. And what more, the oxygen atom has two unshared pair of electrons in the carbonyl group. It has two unshared pair of electrons in the non-bonding orbital. And what more, the electronegativity of oxygen is 3.5 and carbon is 2.5. And both have the this carbon atom has principal quantum number 2 and oxygen atom has also principal quantum number 2. So both belong to second period of the periodic table, and along a period the size of the atom decreases. So the atomic size of oxygen is much smaller than the atomic size of carbon. So the electronegativity of oxygen is much larger than that of the carbon. Our oxygen is more highly electronegative. Then what is happening then? On the sigma bond, there will be always a displacement of electron towards oxygen. There will be displacement of oxygen towards oxygen. So this oxygen atom will be having a negative charge, delta negative charge, and carbon atom will be having a delta positive charge in the molecule. So I mean to say here, the carbonyl group exhibits dipolar character. The carbonyl group exhibits a dipolar character. Now what more then? Since oxygen atom is more electronegative than carbon, so the pi electron pair between oxygen and carbon will be displaced towards oxygen, will have a tendency to get displaced towards oxygen. Hence it exhibits resonance. Carbon, oxygen. The electron pair has come here, pi electron pair. Hence it gets a negative charge, and there are only two lone pairs of electron, and the carbon has lost positive charge. So you get here a ionic form. We get we get an ionic form of the carbonyl group. So the carbonyl group exhibits resonance, and if we write the resonance hybrid, then we will get that carbonyl carbon atom. Carbon atom is bonded to oxygen by a sigma and a pi bond, and oxygen atom has two unshared pairs of electrons. There is a drift of electron towards oxygen, and oxygen will get delta negative charge, carbon atom gets delta positive charge. So it is a strong dipole. The carbonyl group is a strong dipole in which the carbon atom has a positive charge and oxygen atom has a negative charge. So in the carbonyl compounds there are two reactivity center. The carbonyl group is very reactive. Carbon atom is carbonyl carbon is very reactive. So also oxygen atom. Hence this carbonyl carbon is highly electron deficient. It is a highly electron deficient. This carbonyl carbon has a highly electron deficient. Hence this is a carbocation. So the carbonyl carbon is a carbocation character, carbonium character, highly electron deficient. It has a carbonyl character. It has a carbonyl character and is a highly electron deficient. A carbonyl, it exhibits a carbonyl character, carbonium character. That means it has a tendency to attract a nucleophile, negative unshared pair of electron or a negative charge towards it, and the positive part will be this. So this pi bond, since it's breaking, here the positive charge, negative charge, so cleavage of the pi bond will take place, and the negative part of a molecule will be added to the carbonium carbon, and the positive part will be added to oxygen. Hence the carbonyl group induces what? Addition reaction to the carbonyl compounds. So who will be added to carbon? Now the carbon atom will be the carbonyl group will be attracting, since it is electron deficient, it has a delta positive charge, delta negative charge. If we had a molecule here, say X and Y, X is delta positive, Y is delta negative, then the carbon atom will be attracting whom the Y minus. What is the Y minus? So this Y minus is a nucleophile. So the carbonyl carbon acts as a steering of a vehicle, attracting the nucleophile towards it. Hence it undergoes, the pi bond can easily break, it can undergo nucleophilic addition reaction. All carbonyl compounds, whether it is an aldehyde or a ketone, will undergo nucleophilic addition reaction. And it is a strong dipole. The dipole moment, if you compare the dipole moment of acetaldehyde and acetone, if you come to acetaldehyde, CS3, HCO, the dipole moment of acetaldehyde and acetone, they are very strong dipoles. This both are strong dipoles. So what more than reactions the carbonyl group can induce? This oxygen atom is also having a negative charge. It has a delta negative charge and two unshared pair of electrons. Since if any molecule which has two active hydrogen atoms, then that can take this oxygen atom very easily as a molecule of water. So when you come to the another reaction, this carbonyl compounds will undergo is what? This is a carbonyl compound. If any compound contains two active hydrogen atoms, since this has a negative charge, positive charge, and two unshared pair of electrons, and any compound when it has a 2 active hydrogen atoms. So this oxygen atom can go as a molecule of water. This oxygen atom can be eliminated as a molecule of water from this. So this carbonyl group will induce another type of reaction, elimination of oxygen of the carbonyl group by as a molecule of water. So these are the reactivity of both aldehyde and ketone will be acting similar. Then what more than it will react? Not because here is a pi bond and there is a sigma bond. So this oxygen atom can accept a hydrogen and this carbon atom can also accept a hydrogen. So this will be having elimination of oxygen as a molecule of water. This will undergo nucleophilic addition reaction and a hydrogen can be added very easily because this is a pi bond can break and the 2 nascent hydrogens can be easily added. Hence all carbonyl compounds undergo a redoxin reaction. That we have done in our while studying the alcohols. I have taught you that all reduction of carbonyl compounds, aldehydes on reduction form primary alcohol, ketones on reduction form secondary alcohol. So all the 3 type of reactions the carbonyl compound can undergo is elimination of oxygen as a molecule of water, then the pi bond will break and the nucleophilic part will be added to the carbonyl carbon and a positive part to the oxygen. So they undergo nucleophilic addition reaction, and because there is a pi bond and oxygen has a strong tendency to attract a hydrogen, so hydrogen can be added, it can undergo addition reaction. Now let's come to reactions involving the hydrogen atom. So if you come to the carbonyl compounds, if we come, this nucleophilic addition reactions, it will undergo nucleophilic addition reaction. This. Now when you come to the acetaldehyde and formaldehyde, just acetone, if you take, it will be easy for me to explain you if I take this acetaldehyde and acetone. If you take this two here, H, C, H, H, C, O, CS3, I want to get a sketch of chemical properties, what aldehydes and ketones can exhibit. Once we get a sketch of these things to our mind, then mind is a wonderful organ the God has given us. We can easily write ourselves, getting the theory from the book. Now when what is this? So there is always, these are the hydrogen atoms. And this is the carbonyl group, and this carbon atom is called as alpha carbon atom. The carbon atom attached to the functional group is always called as alpha carbon atom. And here what? They are alpha hydrogen atoms. So acetaldehyde has 3 alpha hydrogen atoms. So also this is carbonyl group. So this is the alpha carbon, and these hydrogen atoms are also alpha hydrogen atoms. So what are these hydrogen atoms then? Now always there is a drift of electron towards takes place because this resonance is exhibiting, always drift of electron taking place. So this is oxygen and this is carbon. Positive. There is a positive center inside the aldehyde and ketone. There is a positive charged center, electron deficient center. Positive charge means electron deficiency, means there is a low pressure of low electron density. This carbonyl carbon has a low electron density. Anywhere there is a low pressure, then automatically the flow will take place to that point. Always the flow takes place from higher potential to lower potential. So there will be what? Drift of electron towards. This will be drift of electron will drift like this. So hence they will drift. So my point is this: all these hydrogen atoms of acetaldehyde and acetone, both acetaldehyde and acetone, due to similar reason, they will have delta positive character. They will be having delta positive character, or these hydrogen atoms, when a hydrogen atom has a delta positive character, it is called as acidic hydrogen atom. So these alpha hydrogen atoms are acidic hydrogen atoms. So reactions involving the alpha hydrogen atom, the acidic hydrogen atom. These hydrogen atoms are also reactive. So since these hydrogen atoms have delta positive charge reactive, they will have a tendency to be lost, to undergo substitution reaction. To undergo substitution reaction by whom? By a halogen. So reactions involving carbonyl group will be there, reactions involving the alpha hydrogen atoms, the alkyl group, and the reaction then comes the comparison. Here is a hydrogen atom in case of aldehyde, and there is no hydrogen atom in this. So reactions involving the formyl hydrogen atom, lone hydrogen atom will be there in aldehyde but will not be there in the ketone. So in these reactions they will differ. In some most of the reactions they will be almost similar with some deviation here and there. The reactions due to the carbonyl group, the reactions due to alpha hydrogen atom will be there in both aldehyde and ketone. They will differ in the reactions involving the formyl hydrogen atom or lone hydrogen atom. And because of this hydrogen atom, the aldehyde will having a reducing property, because this hydrogen atom, reactive hydrogen atom, it can easily be oxidized, and this will have a reducing character but not the ketone. So if I will classify all the reactions to put you in a systematic manner for studying the properties, so we can say reactions involving alkyl group, reactions involving alkyl group of both aldehyde and ketone. Then second type of reactions will have reactions due to carbonyl group. Then third type of reactions will be reactions due to lone hydrogen atom or formyl hydrogen atom. And fourth type of reactions will be reactions due to involving molecule as whole. This is my approach to study the property, because many often children, they have a notion that you have to remember. So I am trying my best not to remember anything, but understand everything, learn everything, and will approach the examination very easily. Reactions, so these two reactions involving the alkyl group and carbonyl compound will be similar in both aldehyde and ketone. And in these reactions, will be given by aldehyde only, not ketone, aldehyde, not ketone, and here the both will give. So in these two reactions, they will be different. So very a broad difference now you will have. In some reactions they will be similar, and some reactions they will differ. So reactions involving the alkyl group, reactions involving the carbonyl group will be there in aldehyde and ketone, and reactions involving lone hydrogen atom will be there in aldehyde, not in ketone, and reactions involving molecule as a whole will be differing. And in many places again formaldehyde will differ from acetaldehyde. Why? If you compare the formaldehyde, this formaldehyde COH, it has two formyl hydrogen atoms, where you have acetaldehyde, it has only one hydrogen atom. So it has two formyl hydrogen atoms. So there is no inductive effect, though there will not be any inductive effect in formaldehyde, but there is an inductive effect because of the alkyl group. Plus I effect will be there. So reactions involving plus I effect will be there in aldehyde and not in formaldehyde. So, and both the hydrogen atoms are active hydrogen atom, lone hydrogen atom. So it is a very strong reducing character it will have. and is a gas. Formaldehyde is a gas, whereas acetaldehyde is a liquid, about 20, low boiling point liquid, about 21 degrees centigrade, whereas this is about minus, it's a lower room temperature and pressure. The formaldehyde is a gas. So for a student to remember all this, I will lay mnemonics to all of you to study the properties in a systematic manner and scientific way and approach easily. I can give a mnemonics, reactions involving the hydrogen atom that I can take as H, reactions involving carbonyl compound I can take as EAR, and reactions involving lone hydrogen atom as O, and reactions involving molecule as a whole as Parash. So I can take a mnemonics like this: here O Parash, here O Parash, here O Parash. So these reactions you can go by this. So H will have, and E, A, R. This H is haloform formation. Haloform formation, both aldehyde, acetaldehyde and acetone will do, and E is elimination of oxygen as of CO group as water, and A, addition reaction, that is nucleophilic addition reaction, and R is a redoxin reaction. So this EAR is a reaction of carbonyl group, and this H is a reaction of the alkyl group. This is a reaction of alkyl group, that is haloform reaction, halogenation reaction, and in all these properties they will be having what? Similar. They will exhibit similar. Now then comes the properties in which they differ: O, P, A, R, A, S, O Parash. There was a film when I made this quote. Parash was a film of Sanjeev Kumar and Leela Chandawakar. At that time I was teaching chemistry in BJP college. Students wanted that how to remember. Can you see the Parash film? So Parash the differ, O Parash, here O Parash. That means the hero, the Sanjeev Kumar, he is telling the actress Parash, here, oh, listen me, like that. So this O is oxidation. So this is the reaction of lone hydrogen atom. This is the reaction of whom? The lone hydrogen atom. This is aldehyde, ketone, and P is polymerization. A, aldol condensation. It's a very important reaction, aldol condensation, and R, racine formation. Racine formation. A is reaction with ammonia, and S is Skiff's reagent. So this, they will, in all these reactions, O Parash, they will differ. Again, the Skiff's reaction, this is given only by aldehyde. This will given only by aldehyde. It will give a test for aldehyde, Skiff's reagent, this alone hydrogen atom, not by ketone. So children, now you see the chemical properties of aldehyde and ketone. You have grouped them. So we will be going to first discuss the haloform formation and then the reactions involving carbonyl group we will study. Then reactions in which they will differ is O Parash, oxidation reactions involving lone hydrogen atom, and the reaction involving molecule as a whole. I am not going to, I am not following a book and telling you this. For a student, how to achieve a way of not remembering but achieving or overcoming over the properties of chemical properties to remove a notion from the mind organic properties, compound should be remembered. Nothing to do here, oh Parasi, remember, go on doing it. This. So next class, I will be going to discuss with you the property of each one by one. I'll go. So you subscribe our channel by pressing the bell icon, and so that next notifications will come to you. And if you really feel that it is interesting to you, you may like the class. By that, we'll get inspiration that our audience loves our subject very much. Thank you so much for joining us in this online class.